Have you ever wondered what airlines might not be telling you about your flights? Welcome to our latest video, where we unveil hidden flight tricks that many airlines would prefer to keep under wraps. From insider tips on scoring the best seats to uncovering secret perks you didn't know existed, we're revealing everything you need to make your air travel smoother and more enjoyable. If you've always wanted to fly smarter and save money while getting the most out of your experience, this video is for you. Stay tuned as we expose the secrets airlines don't want you to know. Packing and security tips. One more case your story. Keep your laptop charged to avoid confiscation. One thing airlines and security checkpoints don't widely advertise? Your laptop or other electronic devices need to be charged when passing through airport security. If your laptop won't power on during security screening, it might be confiscated for additional checks, or could even delay your boarding process. A dead device can raise suspicion, especially in international terminals. To avoid this predicament, fully charge your laptop before arriving at the airport. Better yet, carry a portable power bank in your carry-on to ensure you can quickly recharge if needed. A laptop refusal at security isn't just inconvenient, it could result in losing access to an essential tool for your trip. Pro tip: TSA-approved power banks, typically under 100 watt-hours, are a great way to keep your devices charged while you wait at the gate. 2. Pack electric brushes with lithium batteries in checked luggage. If you use an electric toothbrush, you might not think twice before tossing it into your carry-on. However, depending on the type of battery your toothbrush has, this could cause problems during security checks. Many electric brushes rely on lithium-ion batteries, which can pose fire risks if damaged or improperly handled. Airlines have strict rules regarding these batteries, and while most will allow small lithium batteries in both carry-on and checked luggage, it's often safer to pack these devices in your checked bag. Doing so can help avoid any unnecessary delays at security checkpoints where items might be flagged for further inspection. If your toothbrush is rechargeable with a built-in lithium battery, make sure it's switched off before packing. For added peace of mind, look up your airline's specific guidelines regarding lithium batteries to confirm you're packing correctly. Pro tip: store your electric brush in a travel case to prevent accidental activation while in transit. 3. Save space by using vacuum cleaners and compression bags. Getting all your belongings into a suitcase can be frustrating, especially if your airline enforces strict weight and size limits. Here's where vacuum cleaners and compression bags come to your rescue. These nifty tools can drastically reduce the volume of clothing and soft items, giving you more room for souvenirs or essential travel accessories. Compression bags are straightforward to use. Simply place your clothes inside the bag, seal it, and either roll the air out manually or use a small portable vacuum cleaner to remove excess air. The result? Neatly compressed items that take up far less space in your luggage. Keep in mind that while compression bags save space, they don't reduce weight. Always double-check your packed bags to ensure they meet your airline's weight restrictions before reaching the airport. Pro tip: use vacuum sealing primarily for bulkier items like jackets and sweaters, and avoid overpacking fragile clothing that could wrinkle easily. 4. Protect your film by carrying it in your carry-on. If you're traveling with rolls of undeveloped film, airport security scanners are a hidden threat many people aren't aware of. The powerful X-ray scanners used for checked luggage can damage film permanently, leaving your captured memories foggy or entirely ruined. Unfortunately, this risk isn't widely communicated. The scanners for carry-ons are generally less intense and unlikely to harm your film. For added safety, consider requesting a manual inspection during security checks. Most security staff will be familiar with this and happy to accommodate you. Pro tip: carry your film in a clear zip-top bag to make manual screening as quick and hassle-free as possible. 5. Know the rules about mini bags. When it comes to packing personal items, not all bags are treated equally. Many airlines allow travelers to bring one large carry-on and one small personal item. However, the definition of small personal item can vary between airlines. Here's the trick most airlines don't openly share. Belt bags, also known as fanny packs, are almost always considered personal items and don't typically count toward your carry-on allowance. On the flip side, oversized clutches or handbags may not receive the same leniency and could be flagged at the gate. To avoid this, pack larger handbags inside your carry-on or suitcase until you board. Knowing these bag rules ahead of time can save you from unnecessary fees or forced gate checking. Pro tip: if in doubt, check your airline's website for size guidelines before your flight to avoid surprises. 6. Avoid using aluminum foil in your luggage. If aluminum foil is part of your packing routine, it's time to rethink your approach. Wrapping items in foil might seem harmless, but it can cause significant delays during security screenings. Why? When an X-ray scanner detects foil, it blocks the machine from properly seeing what's inside the package. This triggers alarms and leads to thorough inspections. Imagine a neatly packed bag being unpacked at the security station because the X-ray couldn't verify what was inside the foil. This can be both frustrating and time-consuming. Whether you're packing snacks, electronics, or other items, avoid using aluminum foil altogether. It saves time and reduces unnecessary security concerns. 7. Beware of oddly shaped items. Packing oddly shaped items like staplers, heavy-duty chargers, or anything with an unusual configuration can create headaches at the security checkpoint. These items often appear suspicious on X-ray screens, prompting manual rummaging through your bag for clarification. Something non-lengthening, such as a travel-sized iron or a multi-tool, might easily trigger extra scrutiny just because of its unique shape. To avoid unnecessary delays, pack these items in clear, separate pouches within easily accessible parts of your luggage. That way, security agents can check them quickly without unpacking your entire bag. Pro tip: if you're carrying bulky or odd-shaped gear, such as a mini tripod or sports equipment, notify the security officer in advance. A quick heads-up can often speed up the process. 8. Be cautious with certain items that raise security concerns. You'd be surprised at how seemingly innocent items can cause a stir during security checks. For instance, greeting cards that play music can confuse X-ray machines because of the small electrical components inside the objects. Additionally, certain foods or packaged goods might violate specific customs regulations when traveling internationally. To avoid a long line of questions or the confiscation of your belongings, familiarize yourself with TSA and customs rules regarding restricted items before packing these goods. Pro tip: declare food items at customs even if you think they're harmless. Transparency reduces the likelihood of fines or delays. 9. Maximize luggage space with sample-sized toiletries. Toiletries are necessities, but they can be space hogs in your luggage. A little creativity, however, can go a long way in minimizing their bulk. Instead of full-size bottles, opt for travel-size versions of your favorite products. Better yet, use contact lens cases for small amounts of liquids like sunscreen, lotion, or foundation. This strategy not only conserves luggage space, but also ensures compliance with TSA liquid restrictions for carry-ons. Packing these tiny containers also makes it easier to access the essentials without rummaging through a host of larger, messy bottles. For long trips, you can refill contact lens cases as needed, making this a cost-efficient and lightweight solution. Pro tip: carry a zip-top bag for storing all toiletries together. This keeps items orderly and ensures compliance with airport liquid regulations. 10. Coffee in your luggage may lead to extra checks. Bringing coffee in your suitcase may seem harmless, but airport security views it differently. Coffee's strong aroma is a well-known masking agent for illegal substances. Security officers may flag your luggage for additional checks if they detect coffee grounds or beans. While you're likely to clear the inspection without issue, the added time and inconvenience can be frustrating, especially during a rushed layover. To avoid any unnecessary hassle, limit the amount of coffee you pack or purchase it once you arrive at your destination. If you absolutely need to bring coffee with you, store it in a clear labeled container to make the security process smoother. Pro tip: if carrying coffee as a gift, leave it sealed in its original packaging. This minimizes suspicion and ensures security personnel can quickly verify its contents. 11. Protect your clothes by using shower caps for shoes. Packing shoes alongside clean clothes can feel like a clumsy balancing act. Do you wrap them in plastic bags? Or stuff them at the bottom of your suitcase, hoping for the best? They are lightweight, inexpensive, and reusable, making them a great addition to your packing list. Using shower caps also helps organize your bag. Line up each pair of shoes in a cap, ensuring that they remain compact and separate from other items. This clever trick not only prevents unwanted mess, but also makes unpacking at your destination a breeze. 12. Remove old baggage stickers to avoid misrouting. Your suitcase may have traveled thousands of miles, but those old baggage stickers from prior trips can cause trouble on your next one. Baggage handling systems rely heavily on scanners to route bags to their correct destination, and outdated stickers can confuse the system. Airline barcodes from previous trips might still be visible on old tags, leading to errors in sorting. This increases the chances of your suitcase ending up on the wrong flight or in the wrong city altogether. Before every trip, take a few minutes to peel off any old stickers from your luggage. This simple act can greatly reduce the likelihood of your bag being misrouted. Pro tip: use a damp cloth or rubbing alcohol to remove stubborn sticker residue without damaging your luggage. 13. Look out for security stickers on checked bags. Did you know that if your checked bag is flagged for additional security screening, it will usually come with a telltale sign? Bags that undergo a secondary inspection by airport security often receive a sticker to indicate the extra check. These stickers are particularly common in international travel where security concerns may be higher. Understanding this system can help you identify if your bag has gone through extra screening. If you notice one of these stickers after claiming your luggage, inspect the contents to ensure everything is intact. While it's rare for items to go missing or damaged during checks, being aware is always better than catching the issue too late. 14. Always keep chargers in your carry-on. Few things are more frustrating than a lost or inaccessible charger when you need it most. Electronics often form the backbone of our travel plans, from phones and tablets to laptops and e-readers. If you stash your chargers in your checked luggage, you're taking a big gamble. Checked bags are sometimes delayed, and in worst-case scenarios, go missing entirely. Without a charger, you'll quickly find yourself disconnected and inconvenienced. Avoid this nightmare scenario by keeping all necessary chargers and adapters in your carry-on bag. This ensures you'll always have access to power, even if your luggage doesn't make it to your destination on time. 15. Prevent wrinkles with bundle wrapping or tissue paper. Nothing says, "I've been living out of a suitcase," quite like wrinkled clothes. If your trip involves formal events or business settings, start by laying out your bulkier items, like jackets, as the outer layer. Then wrap smaller wrinkle-prone garments like shirts and blouses around a central core, like rolled underwear or socks. This technique minimizes creases by reducing friction between layers of clothing. Pro tip: if you're heading straight to an important event after arrival, pack one outfit in a garment bag and carry it in your hand luggage. 16. Maximize space by stuffing shoes. Packing can feel like a game of Tetris, especially when trying to fit everything into one suitcase. Shoes, while necessary, are a notorious space eater in luggage. Instead of leaving them as hollow space wasters, use your shoes for additional storage. Stuff each shoe with small items like socks, underwear, or rolled-up belts. Not only does this save space in your luggage, but it also helps your shoes maintain their shape during travel. This can be particularly important for more delicate or structured footwear, like dress shoes or heels. And the best part? You're not wasting a single inch of suitcase real estate. Pro tip: place the shoes in a shower cap or drawstring bag first to ensure they don't dirty your clothes while still maximizing space. 17. Waterproof fabric suitcases with candles. If you're traveling to a destination where rain or damp weather is expected, waterproofing your fabric suitcase is a smart move. Believe it or not, a simple candle can help protect your bag from unexpected weather. Take a regular wax candle and gently rub it across the exterior of your suitcase. After rubbing the candle wax, use a hairdryer or gently heat the treated areas to melt the wax slightly, ensuring it bonds to the fabric. While this trick won't make your suitcase completely waterproof, it's a great way to add an extra layer of protection. Colored candles might leave streaks that alter the appearance of your bag. 18. Compress luggage by zipping and reopening suitcases. If you've reached the limit of your suitcase's capacity, but still need to pack a little more, here's a quick hack that can give you a bit of extra space. Carefully close your suitcase and fully zip it shut. Once it's zipped, reopen it. This act compresses your clothes and items without the need for extra tools, like vacuum sealing bags. The process works because zipping the suitcase puts pressure on the items inside, flattening them slightly. When you open the suitcase back up, the clothes and other fabrics have been compressed, making room for you to squeeze in a few more things. This is particularly useful for soft items like t-shirts or socks that can be smushed down without damage. However, be mindful of weight limits as you compress your packing. Just because you can fit more doesn't mean you won't exceed the airline's requirements. 19. Keep chargers tangle-free with sunglasses cases. Nothing is more annoying than finding a jumble of tangled charger cords at the bottom of your bag when your device is running on 2% battery. The solution? Repurpose a hard-shell sunglasses case to store your chargers, cables, and adapters neatly. Sunglasses cases are the perfect size for organizing smaller tech essentials, and their structured exteriors ensure nothing gets squished or damaged in transit. By storing everything in one spot, You'll always know where your chargers are when you need them. It also eliminates the frustration of untangling cords, saving valuable time. Pro tip: label your chargers or use cable ties to make them even easier to identify if you're carrying multiple device cords. 20. Freshen luggage with dryer sheets. Luggage can easily absorb odors during a long trip, especially when it's packed with worn clothes or exposed to different environments like rain or airport baggage holds. To keep your suitcase smelling fresh from takeoff to landing, toss in a few dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to replace with each trip. Not only do they leave a pleasant scent in your luggage, but they also help neutralize any unpleasant odors that might develop. Simply tuck a sheet into each suitcase compartment or slide one into the space between packed clothes. When you open your suitcase at your destination, you'll be greeted by a clean, fresh smell instead of stale air. Pro tip: use dryer sheets with a subtle fragrance to avoid overwhelming scents clinging to your clothes. 21. Avoid overpacking by skipping just-in-case items. It's tempting to throw in that extra pair of shoes, a sweater you haven't worn in years, or random gadgets just in case you'll need them. However, overpacking is one of the most common mistakes travelers make. Not only does it make your luggage heavier, which can lead to added fees for exceeding airline weight limits, but it also makes unpacking at your destination overwhelming. The trick is to pack smarter, not more. Create a list of travel essentials tailored to your itinerary. For example, if you're heading to a warm destination, limit yourself to a couple of versatile outfits and one light jacket rather than packing for every possible weather scenario. Ask yourself this crucial question as you pack each item. Will I absolutely use this on the trip? If the answer is no or uncertain, leave it behind. Most destinations have stores where you can pick up must-haves you might have forgotten. Pro tip: capsule wardrobes are a great way to minimize clothing options while maximizing versatility. Choose a few items that mix and match easily for fresh outfits each day. 22. Pack heavy items close to your back in a backpack. Backpacks are excellent for hands-free travel, but packing them the wrong way can leave you with an aching back or unbalanced load. The placement of heavy items is a crucial consideration for efficient packing. When you're packing a backpack, aim to place weighty items like electronics, books, or shoes as close to your back as possible. Why does this matter? Placing heavy items near your bag's center of gravity, which is closest to your back, is key for stability. That way, the weight feels evenly distributed and reduces strain on your shoulders and spine. Heavy items packed away from your body, on the other hand, can pull you backward, making it harder to carry the pack comfortably over a long period. Organize your bag by starting with heavier items first, ensuring they're positioned vertically against your upper back. Use lighter items like clothes or snacks to fill in the remaining space. Not only does this make the backpack easier to carry, but it also reduces the risk of toppling over when taking it off or putting it down. Pro tip: if your backpack has multiple compartments, take advantage of these to balance the load evenly across your shoulders. 23. Fold clothes for suitcases, roll for backpacks. Every traveler has a favorite method for packing clothes, but the truth is that the best technique depends on the type of bag you're using. Knowing when to roll and when to fold can make a significant difference in maximizing space and keeping your wardrobe wrinkle-free. For suitcases, folding clothes neatly in stacks is the way to go. Since suitcases have a hard shell, they're better at preserving the integrity of folded garments, making this method ideal for delicate or structured clothing like dress shirts, blazers, or slacks. On the other hand, rolling clothes is perfect for backpackers. Rolling compresses clothing into tight cylinders that make it easy to fit individual pieces into the often odd-shaped spaces of a backpack. It's also great for casual or wrinkle-resistant fabrics like t-shirts or workout gear. More importantly, rolling allows you to see every item at once when opening your bag, so you won't forget where that extra pair of socks ended up. Pro tip: mix and match methods for longer trips. Roll casual items and pack them in a lightweight cube for easy access, while folding formal wear to keep it presentable. In-flight tips. 1. Avoid walking barefoot on planes. It might seem tempting to kick off your shoes and relax during a flight, but walking barefoot on the plane is strongly discouraged. Airplane floors, including the aisles and lavatories, are home to countless germs and bacteria because they are not deep cleaned between flights. From spilled drinks to invisible residues in the lavatories, going barefoot exposes your skin to potentially harmful pathogens. Even if cleanliness isn't your primary concern, you'll also save yourself from accidents like stepping on something sharp. Always keep your feet protected by wearing socks or comfortable footwear throughout the flight. 2. Combat dry air with moisturizer. The air within airplane cabins is notorious for being exceedingly dry. With humidity levels often dropping below 20%, your skin and respiratory system can quickly feel the effects. Dry patches on the skin, irritated nasal passages, or even dehydration. To fight this, carry a travel-size moisturizer in your hand luggage. Applying moisturizer to your face and hands during the flight can replenish your skin and prevent cracking or irritation. Additionally, staying hydrated by drinking plenty of water instead of alcohol or caffeine can enhance your overall comfort. Little things like lip balm can also go a long way in fighting dryness in the air. 3. Keep tray tables secured for safety. Tray tables are one of the most frequently touched surfaces on a plane, but they're not just a hygiene concern. They're an important safety consideration too. During takeoff and landing, the table in front of you must be folded and locked into position. Keeping tray tables securely upright ensures you and other passengers have enough space to swiftly evacuate if necessary. 4. Maintain your seat's upright position. Much like the tray table rule, keeping your seat in an upright position during takeoff and landing is a safety precaution. Reclining seats, although comfortable, can hinder your posture and restrict your ability to brace yourself during an emergency. It also allows passengers seated behind you to have clear access to the aisle without being restricted by your reclining seat. Beyond comfort, this simple adjustment aligns with regulations designed to prioritize passenger safety during critical flight moments. 5. Avoid sleeping during takeoff and landing. While fatigue during a flight is common, sleeping during takeoff and landing can be a surprisingly risky behavior. Rapid changes in air pressure occur in these phases, which can cause discomfort or potentially harm your ears. When you're asleep, your body's natural ability to adjust, like yawning or chewing gum, is reduced. This inability to equalize pressure in your ears can lead to pain or even temporary hearing issues, such as barotrauma. To protect your ears, stay awake during these times and use techniques like swallowing, chewing gum, or using specialized earplugs designed for flights. 6. Skip the hot drinks. You might love your morning coffee, but it's best to pass on hot drinks while flying. Airplane tea and coffee are made with tap water that might not meet the cleanliness standards you'd expect. Studies have found that onboard water tanks can harbor bacteria since cleaning schedules aren't as stringent as they could be. To play it safe, opt for bottled water, soda, or juice instead. You'll skip any unsavory surprises and feel more refreshed when you land. 7. Brace for Coke foam. It's not their fault. Cabin pressure at 30,000 feet creates an unusual environment where carbonated drinks, particularly Coke, foam excessively. 8. Keep those air vents open. Airplane cabins aren't exactly sterile, but you can take small steps to minimize germs reaching you. One counterintuitive trick? Keep your overhead air vents open and aimed at you. The gentle flow of air helps keep airborne particles, including germs, moving away instead of lingering in your breathing space. It's like creating a small bubble of safer air around yourself. This simple step can make all the difference during flu season or a long-haul flight. 9. Avoid leaning on windows. The window seat may give you the best views, but leaning your head against that glass is a gamble with germs. Those windows are rarely cleaned thoroughly between flights, and countless passengers and children rest their heads or hands on them. If you're feeling tired, bring a neck pillow or blanket so you can rest without coming into contact with potentially unsanitary surfaces. It's a small change that can save you from post-flight sniffles. 10. Choose sturdy shoes for safety. We all love slipping into something comfortable for a flight, but there's a practical reason to wear sturdy shoes when flying. Should an emergency occur, such as a rapid evacuation, flimsy sandals or socks won't cut it. Closed to eat. Durable footwear not only protects your feet from injury, but also helps you move quickly and safely in an unpredictable situation. Sneakers or lightweight boots are a good compromise between comfort and practicality. 11. Overhead compartments. Use wisely to avoid injuries. Overhead bins seem like a convenient place to stash belongings, but they're not designed to hold very heavy items. Turbulence can cause jarring movements, turning an object in the bin into a dangerous projectile. For this reason, airlines recommend avoiding placing heavy items up there. A falling suitcase doesn't just inconvenience you, it can cause serious injuries to fellow passengers. Instead, opt to stow heavier items under the seat in front of you. Reserve the overhead compartment for lighter belongings like jackets, backpacks, or other soft materials. Following this practice helps ensure everyone's safety, especially during unexpected turbulence. 12. Hard landings aren't always bad. Ever experienced a landing where you bounced in your seat and thought, was that a bad landing? Surprisingly, hard landings aren't always the result of poor piloting. Aquaplaning occurs when a layer of water creates a barrier between the tires and the runway, reducing grip. By landing firmly, the plane's weight pushes the tires through the water layer to ensure a strong grip on the surface. 13. Emergency slides are serious business. It may seem thrilling to slide out of a plane like an action movie, but emergency slides are not to be deployed lightly. These slides are designed for life and death situations, such as evacuating passengers during a fire or other emergencies. Deploying a slide unnecessarily creates chaos, disrupts operations, and racks up significant costs for the airline. Worse, it delays departure for other passengers and leads to hefty fines for those responsible. Misusing an emergency slide can also damage the aircraft, as mechanics must carefully inspect and reset the system before the plane can fly again. No matter how curious you are, leave the emergency equipment untouched unless instructed by crew. 14. Window shades serve a vital safety purpose. Any experienced traveler knows flight attendants ask passengers to keep window shades open during takeoff and landing. But many don't know why. This simple rule is crucial for safety during emergencies. Open shades allow passengers and crew to see outside the plane. This visibility helps them evaluate potential threats, such as fire, debris, or damage. If an evacuation becomes necessary, you'll want to know what's outside before leaving the aircraft. Additionally, natural light from open shades prevents disorientation, helping you react quickly in an emergency. Treat this as a safety checklist item, not a minor inconvenience. Open those shades, stay alert, and help create a safer environment for everyone on board. 15. Prohibited items in checked baggage. Packing for your trip involves making decisions about what goes in checked versus carry-on luggage. But did you know some everyday items are outright prohibited in checked luggage? Spray deodorants, shaving cream, and power banks are common culprits travelers unknowingly pack in their suitcases. Why are they restricted? Items like spray deodorants or shaving cream can become pressurized at high altitudes, potentially leading to leaks, spills, or even the rare risk of explosion. Power banks which contain lithium batteries are deemed fire hazards in the cargo hold. Should a battery overheat, the enclosed luggage area prevents crews from responding promptly. To avoid getting delayed at security checkpoints or risking your belongings being confiscated, always pack these items in your carry-on instead. 16. Handle lithium batteries with extreme care. Lithium batteries power many devices, from phones to laptops, but they come with their own risks, particularly in the sky. These batteries are highly sensitive to damage and overheating, which can lead to fires. While they're allowed in carry-on luggage, they must be handled with care. If a lithium battery catches fire, it's easier to manage the situation in the cabin, where flight attendants have fire containment tools. These incidents are rare, but it's critical to store devices with lithium batteries properly during the flight. Never place these items near sharp objects or in crowded compartments where they could sustain damage. Furthermore, 17. Airport scanners are completely safe. Going through airport security is an unavoidable part of flying, but some passengers worry about the effects of full-body scanners on their health. Here's the good news. These scanners are perfectly safe. Modern airport scanners use low levels of radiation, comparable to what you'd experience during a short phone call or a few minutes in the sun. There's no reason to worry about potential harm to your health. Additionally, these devices don't require special clothing for airline staff or passengers. If you're pregnant, have medical implants, or fall into another sensitive group, you can notify security personnel. They'll provide alternative screening methods if necessary, though for most travelers, the scanners pose no risk at all. 18. Disruptive behavior has serious consequences. While most flights are peaceful, airlines occasionally face issues with disruptive passengers. Whether it's refusing to comply with instructions, arguing with crew, or interfering with fellow travelers, bad behavior can lead to more than a stern warning. Crew members are highly trained to deal with such scenarios, though the consequences for the offending passenger can be severe. On-board disruptions are taken seriously and could result in fines, arrests, or even being banned from the airline. For everyone's peace and safety, it's vital to respect and follow crew instructions. This includes obeying seatbelt signs, refraining from loud or belligerent behavior, and cooperating in any situation that requires a coordinated response, such as turbulence. By being a polite and cooperative passenger, you'll contribute to a stress-free flight for yourself and everyone aboard. Airplane facts and insights. Flying has become one of the safest and most efficient ways to travel. Yet despite this, airlines keep a few things discreetly tucked away from passenger awareness. From emerging technologies to subtle onboard phenomena, there's a lot the travel industry might prefer not to explain fully. Here's a deep dive into 5 hidden flight tricks you might not know about, but should. 1. The quiet push toward pilotless planes. The concept of fully automated planes has been a buzzword in aviation circles for years. These pilotless planes, driven entirely by advanced artificial intelligence and communication systems, are no longer mere science fiction. They're already being tested, with some aircraft capable of taxiing, taking off, flying, and landing without human intervention. The real secret? Public trust is one of the biggest obstacles holding this advancement back. Studies show that a vast majority of passengers are not ready to step onto a flight without knowing a seasoned pilot is in the cockpit. Flying thousands of feet above the ground is nerve-wracking enough. Imagining no one at the controls is downright terrifying for most. Airlines, however, see pilotless planes as a potential gold mine. They reduce costs by eliminating the need for large flight crews while offering theoretically greater safety, as human error is the leading factor in aviation accidents. What they don't openly share is how much effort is underway to fine-tune this technology behind the scenes. A combination of AI advancement and public relations campaigns may one day convince travelers that automation is not only safe, but preferable. For now, though, these innovations remain mostly behind closed doors, met with far more enthusiasm in laboratories than in passenger terminals. 2. Updrafts versus turbulence. The real danger lurking in the sky. If you've flown before, chances are you've experienced turbulence. It's those bumpy, unsettling jerks that send your coffee spilling and make your heart race. Understandably, many passengers think turbulence is the worst thing they could face mid-flight. But that's not entirely true. What airlines rarely disclose is that updrafts, not turbulence, pose a greater danger. Updrafts are vertical currents of air that rise rapidly and, unlike turbulence, can push an aircraft into unstable altitudes. If an airplane encounters a strong enough updraft, it may suddenly climb against the pilot's intent, potentially causing a loss of control, especially if combined with other atmospheric challenges. Though modern planes are designed to detect and withstand these currents, pilots are extensively trained to manage this less discussed threat. Updrafts are often the result of powerful thunderstorms or geographical factors, such as mountains forcing air upward. To avoid them, pilots rely on radar, weather reports, and air traffic control advisories. Still, it's a reminder that while turbulence gets all the hype and dread, other invisible forces in the sky are potentially more hazardous. For the average traveler, the advice is simple. Buckle up, always follow safety guidelines, and trust the expertise of your crew. Though an updraft might sound alarming, it's rare for such an event to go unmanaged. 3. How cabin pressure changes mess with your taste buds. Ever noticed how airplane food seems to lack flavor? It's not just a weak recipe or poor catering quality. The real culprit is the cabin itself. At cruising altitude, cabin pressure drops compared to ground level. And while this pressure is maintained at levels safe for humans, it comes at the cost of sensory dulling. Specifically, your ability to taste is greatly reduced. Studies suggest that our taste buds lose up to 30% of their effectiveness in lower pressure environments. Sweet and salty tastes, in particular, are hit the hardest. Adding to this, the dry cabin air reduces your sense of smell, which is crucial for enjoying food. This sensory double whammy leaves sandwiches bland and soups tasteless, no matter how carefully seasoned they were. But here's the hidden trick airlines have yet to fully exploit. Sound levels on planes are around 85 decibels, and studies suggest that quieter environments help heighten sensory perception, including taste. While airlines are unlikely to hand out free noise-canceling headphones anytime soon, savvy passengers might consider investing in a pair not just for comfort, but to make those inlay meals a tad more palatable. 4. Ding sounds, the secret language of the skies. One of the more mysterious parts of air travel is the seemingly random dings heard during a flight. Most passengers brush them off, assuming they're meaningless background noise. 2 dings might signal turbulence ahead, alerting the crew to prepare and ensuring passengers stay strapped in for safety. Some airlines even use specific tones to communicate pilot-to-crew messages, such as instructions or updates about delays. The tones are quiet and subtle to avoid alarming passengers while keeping the crew informed. What airlines don't often share is how vital these chimes are to the smooth operation of a flight. They're part of a robust system designed to streamline communication while maintaining calm in the cabin. Next time you hear a ding, you don't need to overanalyze it, but knowing they signal specific updates can make your flight experience feel just a little more informed. 5. Why sitting over the wings is the least bumpy ride? If you felt the unpleasant dips and bumps of turbulence from a seat near the tail of the plane, there's a reason it's worse back there. Turbulence, those chaotic currents of air that throw planes off balance momentarily, doesn't affect all parts of the aircraft equally. The most stable place on a plane? Over the wings. This area is considered the plane's center of gravity and is the pivot point during flight. Essentially, the movement is less exaggerated closer to the wings than it would be at the back or front of the aircraft. Airlines don't actively advertise this, arguably because they'd end up with a disproportionate number of over-the-wing seat requests. However, savvy passengers looking for a steadier ride now know how to beat the system. If you're nervous about turbulence or just want a calmer experience, check the seating map carefully when booking. Opt for a seat over the wings and you'll thank yourself when the air gets choppy. 6. Why pilots eat different meals to avoid simultaneous food poisoning. It might seem like a small detail, but protocols for pilot meals are designed with safety in mind. Pilots on the same flight almost never eat the same food, especially during critical portions of their shifts. Why? If, say, a pilot and co-pilot were both served the same undercooked chicken or contaminated salad, they could both fall ill and be unable to operate the plane safely. By eating different meals or food sourced from separate kitchen batches, the risk of simultaneous foodborne illness is dramatically reduced. Airlines are particularly strict about this during long-haul or international flights. Special safety protocols determine which pilot is permitted to eat a meal first and how much time should pass before the second pilot eats. Though rare, food poisoning incidents have happened on flights in the past with serious consequences. This policy ensures that, at any given moment, at least one pilot is fully capable of handling the aircraft. For passengers, this may seem overly cautious, but it's just another unseen layer of safety that ensures your flight runs smoothly no matter what. 7. The dirtiest places on a plane you might want to avoid. Think of an airplane cabin as a high-traffic space with limited cleaning times between flights. Although cleaning crews work hard to tidy the plane between trips, some areas remain hotspots for bacteria and germs, and most airlines won't volunteer this information. The dirtiest places on a plane? Headrests, seat pockets, tray tables, and seatbelts top the list. Headrests are particularly gross. They are rarely cleaned thoroughly, but come into frequent contact with passengers' skin, sweat, and hair. Seat pockets may look handy for storing your book or water bottle, but they're often filled with crumbs, tissues, or other germ-ridden debris left behind by previous travelers. Tray tables aren't much better. Many passengers unknowingly rest food on them without realizing they might have been used as a diaper-changing surface during the previous flight. Finally, seat belts, handled by every passenger, are almost never disinfected. To minimize exposure to germs, savvy flyers bring sanitizing wipes to clean surfaces like tray tables and their armrests before settling in. While airlines don't advertise these cleaning challenges, knowing where germs are most likely to linger can help you enjoy a safer and more hygienic flight. 8. Midlife and quarters. Planes and lightning strikes built to withstand nature's fury. Lightning strikes might sound terrifying to air travelers, but here's an important secret designed to keep you calm. Planes are built to handle them safely. While being struck by lightning may sound dramatic, it's surprisingly common. Statistics show that a plane is struck by lightning about once every 1,000 flying hours, meaning most commercial aircraft experience a lightning strike at least once annually. Instead of damaging the plane, lightning typically flows along the aircraft's exterior, following its conductive aluminum shell. Special shielding and grounding systems ensure the current safely exits through the tail or wings, completely avoiding the cabin and passengers. And what's even more impressive is how strict design regulations are. Modern planes undergo rigorous testing to ensure their structure can handle stormy weather. Sensors and lightning-proofing procedures guarantee sensitive onboard instruments remain unaffected. Airlines seldom advertise how often lightning strikes occur, perhaps to avoid alarming passengers. But rest assured, your plane's design practically guarantees your safety, even during electrifying weather events. 9. Why plane windows are curved instead of square. Ever stared out the airplane window at 35,000 feet and wondered why the windows are curved? It's not just for aesthetics. The shape has a critical role in maintaining the aircraft's structural integrity. Curved windows distribute cabin pressure more evenly than square ones. Back in the early days of commercial flight, airplanes were designed with square windows. However, engineers soon discovered this design flaw after 2 catastrophic accidents in the 1,950S square windows had sharp corners, creating stress points where cracks could develop under high cabin pressure. The solution? Rounded windows which eliminate sharp corners and allow stress to flow smoothly around the edges. This simple adjustment made planes safer for high-altitude flights and is now standard across the airline industry. It's a clever design improvement that drastically improved air travel safety, though it's rarely something the average passenger notices or considers. 10. Secret crew rest compartments on long-haul flights. On particularly long flights, have you wondered how the flight crew stays energized and alert for the entire duration? Here's the secret most passengers don't know about. Many long-haul planes have hidden rest areas specifically for the crew. These compartments are tucked away, out of sight, and typically accessed via a small staircase or unmarked door that blends into the cabin design. Depending on the type of aircraft, these rest areas vary in size and comfort. On some planes, they're compact bunk beds stacked like capsules, designed for just one person per space, resembling a cozy nook. Larger aircraft have areas that look more akin to tiny hotel rooms, complete with beds, curtains, and even dim lighting for maximum comfort. Crew members take turns using these hidden sleep areas, ensuring they get adequate rest during the flight. Regulations require airlines to provide crew members with these spaces on longer routes to avoid fatigue and help them perform vital safety duties more effectively. While some passengers may grumble about limited legroom in economy, the reality is the hidden rest compartments are essential. Without them, exhausted crew members would be unable to deliver the seamless flying experience we often take for granted. Future of aviation. The future of aviation is rapidly evolving with groundbreaking innovations and advancements in technology. Airlines and aviation companies are adopting strategies and techniques to stay ahead, and some of these are seldom disclosed publicly. Here we'll explore several pivotal points that outline and forecast the future while revealing hidden flight tricks airlines might deliberately keep under wraps. 1. Automation and pilotless technology. One of the most significant shifts in aviation is the move towards automation and pilotless technology. Modern planes are already equipped with sophisticated autopilot systems that can handle the majority of flight tasks, significantly reducing the workload on human pilots. Despite public concerns over trust and safety, pilotless planes are a goal many airlines are discreetly pursuing, as these systems are proving reliable in simulations and controlled environments. 2. Air taxis and urban mobility. Airlines are quietly preparing for the integration of VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, air taxis to revolutionize urban travel. These air taxis are eco-friendly, designed for short distances, and aimed at reducing traffic congestion in cities. While these innovations are openly discussed within the tech sector, airlines have yet to fully disclose how this technology might transform the customer experience by integrating flights with seamless short-range air taxi services. This development could provide faster airport transfers or intercity commuting, bringing about a future where traditional ground transportation might become obsolete in some areas. 3. Advanced drone technology. Airlines are increasingly investing in drones to perform a variety of operational and logistical tasks, from inspections to small packaging deliveries. However, the broader implications of drone advancements reveal another layer that airlines rarely discuss. For example, Large drones capable of carrying cargo and even passengers are closer than many people realize. Airlines are likely keeping quiet about full-scale deployment initiatives as they continue to work through regulatory frameworks. Controlled usage during emergencies or testing phases could pave the way for these drones to complement or even replace traditional fleet options in certain scenarios. 4. Safety innovations in automation. Safety is the most critical concern in aviation, and it is well understood that automated systems must be foolproof in handling emergencies, adverse weather, and complex air traffic situations. Hidden within many airlines' R&D efforts are cutting-edge technologies, such as advanced AI systems capable of identifying potential flight anomalies even before takeoff. These systems promise to enhance safety beyond human capabilities, reducing incidents attributed to human error. Airlines often highlight safety milestones but downplow these futuristic technologies, likely to avoid alarming customers about the gaps they are currently addressing in automated systems. 5. Long-term revenue through streamlined operations. Automation and the shift to alternative aviation methods, like air taxis and advanced drones, also provide a cost advantage for airlines. What many consumers may not realize is that airlines are carefully withholding the full implications of how lower operational costs could translate into price adjustments for passengers. By streamlining fleets, optimizing flight paths, and investing in fuel alternatives, airlines are cornering new revenue streams while keeping some innovations veiled until they are commercially viable. Travel packing hacks. 1. Rolling clothes to save space. One of the simplest yet most effective packing hacks is rolling your clothes. Rolling not only prevents wrinkles but also saves considerable space in your suitcase. It works because tightly rolled clothing occupies less room compared to traditional folding methods. You can roll everything from t-shirts and jeans to lighter dresses, while delicate or fancy items might still need a gentler folding hand. When you roll your clothes, you also create extra opportunities to tuck small items like socks, underwear, or even accessories into the gaps. This method leaves none of your suitcase space unused. It's especially useful if you're trying to limit yourself to carry-on luggage for convenience or cost reasons. This way, unpacking at your hotel is easier, and you won't need to dig around in your suitcase for a single item. 2. Rubber bands to keep rolls neat. Now that you've mastered rolling, the next step is ensuring your neatly rolled clothes don't unravel and leave your bag in chaos. The solution? Rubber bands. Wrapping a rubber band around each rolled item holds everything compact and tidy. This small addition ensures that your suitcase stays organized, even if it gets jostled around during transit. Rubber bands also come in handy if you're planning to shop during your travels and need to re-roll and repack on the way back home. They're lightweight, easy to stash, and can handle a surprising amount of strain. 3. Bundle packing for compact suitcase organization. While rolling clothes is great, bundle packing offers another space-saving alternative if you prefer things tightly layered. It involves wrapping and folding your clothes into a single compact bundle instead of packing them individually. With this method, you start by layering larger pieces of clothing, like jackets and sweaters, flat on top of each other. Then you place smaller, lighter items such as t-shirts and socks in the middle before wrapping everything into a neat rectangular bundle. The advantage of bundle packing is how efficiently it uses your luggage space while minimizing wrinkles. Everything stays in its assigned place, which is particularly helpful during longer trips when you need to keep your wardrobe organized. While it requires a bit more effort and planning up front, it's worth the payoff if suitcase space is at a premium. 4. Compression bags for carry-on packing. Compression bags are a secret weapon for travelers aiming to pack efficiently. These handy bags allow you to press the air out of bulky items, effectively shrinking them down and creating valuable space in your luggage. Sweaters, jackets, and other puffy items can take up an enormous amount of room, but compression bags flatten them out, leaving you with more room for essentials. Compression bags are especially game-changing for carry-on only travelers. Airlines are notorious for strict baggage size and weight limits on carry-ons, so reducing the volume of your items can mean the difference between smooth boarding or paying a last-minute check bag fee. Plus, once you start using compression bags, you'll be amazed at how much you can fit into your suitcase. Clothes emerge wrinkle-free, and the organized packing structure makes unpacking effortless upon arrival. Just remember to bring a few extra empty bags with you for your return trip, especially if you plan to pick up souvenirs. Packing cubes also act as organizational barriers for messy packers and help keep everything in its place. They make the process of packing and unpacking much more seamless, especially if you're staying in several locations during your trip. Another bonus, they're a favorite among seasoned travelers for a reason. 6. Layering clothes to save luggage space. Bulky jackets, sweaters, and boots can quickly dominate your luggage and push you over the weight limit. Traveling light is a skill, and one way to save suitcase space is by layering and wearing your bulkier items instead of packing them. For example, instead of cramming a large winter coat into your suitcase, wear it onto the plane. Same goes for heavy shoes like hiking boots. You can always slip into lighter footwear once you board. Airlines don't restrict how much you wear, so this clever hack works as a freebie for extra space. Plus, planes can get chilly, so having your warm layers on hand during the flight often doubles as a comfort win. This tip is particularly useful for trips where cold weather gear is essential but inconvenient to pack. By wearing your bulkiest items and layering your outfit to accommodate it, you'll free up valuable luggage space without sacrificing your planned wardrobe. 7. Duty-free bags for sneaky extra items. Did you know that duty-free shopping bags aren't counted toward your carry-on allowance? Airlines often have stringent rules about how many items you can bring on board, but duty-free bags are an exception. Savvy travelers use this loophole to sneak extra belongings onto the plane, whether it's an extra pair of shoes, souvenirs you picked up last minute, or toiletries that didn't fit in your main bag. Packing them into a duty-free bag allows you to carry more without paying for extra baggage. Of course, you need to ensure the items fit subtly within the bag, as overly stuffed bags might draw attention. It's not a hack widely discussed, and though some airlines may crack down on it, most are lenient. Keep this in your back pocket as a backup option if your carry-on is bursting at the seams.
8. Choose lightweight luggage to maximize packing weight. Your suitcase doesn't just carry your belongings, it takes up precious weight from your overall allowance. Heavy luggage can be a silent culprit, cutting into those limits, leaving you with less room to pack what you need. That's where lightweight luggage becomes incredibly important. Investing in a high-quality lightweight suitcase can save you a surprising amount of weight, sometimes shaving off 2-3 pounds compared to bulkier luggage models. This allows you to pack a bit more without worrying about tipping the scales at weigh-in. Metal frame suitcases and older hardshell models might look durable, but they can weigh a ton even when empty. Many modern lightweight luggage options are just as durable, with added features like reinforced wheels, expandable compartments, and TSA-approved locks. The one-off expense pays for itself over years of stress-free travel.